On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast,
Take me to the river?
Take me to the river.
the friend makers meet a strange creature.
You have never heard such a song as this before. As you pass a turn in the road, you suddenly find yourself eye to eye with a small fox. It stares at you with large eyes, and the song has ended.
Make new friends.
I presume you're Mayor Magnus McSweetie, Mayor Extraordinaire of Scenic Treatenbergville.
Oh, it's the best business card I've ever had made.
And flex their skills.
Can you pump 400 pounds? I didn't think so, whippersnapper.
Their story continues
Are you winning, son?
now.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Welcome to the month of October.
The spooky month.
The spooky month.
Yeah.
Almost as good as Christmas.
You know, in honor of spooky month,
Oh, not this again.
I got some candy.
Well, you have one candy. The one candy that you always have at this show.
Would you like it? One of those original?
Oh, that's original. No.
I kept one from the last time we recorded.
Here, have a little
God.
play from it.
Thank you.
So, for the listening audience, it's been quite a while since we've been able to sit down to record. We're recording this on Saturday, September 25th. The last time we sat down together to play was August 4th. So, it's almost been 2 months. We recorded a lot ahead, but we burned through pretty much all of it
We're right
over the last little bit.
No.
right there at the end.
Yeah.
At 4 a.m. this morning, I finished editing the last reserve that we had.
Yeah, so it's a little dire. Long story short, there's a lot that's happened since we last sat down
Seriously.
to record. Like a whole lot.
Let's keep it simple. People moved and people got sick.
Yeah.
Despite all efforts to be careful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually completely out of our control. Like, we literally did everything we could. And to our credit, our backlog did save us through this. So,
Yeah.
So for any of you people out there in the audience thinking about doing a podcast, get a backlog going.
A big one.
Backlog.
Oh, yeah, I got the book.
Life will happen.
yeah, because it will happen. So, to kick us off in the right mood, because, boy, we got to find our groove again. The nice thing is, because we recorded everything, we can just listen back and remember where we were. And that is really nice as a GM to be able to go back and reference your stuff. But we got to find our groove again. So I got a topic that I want to discuss with you guys today, and I want to keep this vaguely Halloween themed because it is that month. It's time to wear orange and be excited about the fall. So why don't we go around the room and talk about Halloween candy specifically? What do you think is the worst possible Halloween candy that you have gotten or could get if you went trick-or-treating or trunk-or-treat or whatever out there? Because there's a lot of candy. Not all of it's good. So let's go counterclockwise, Drow.
Those little pink and white licorice bites.
Pink and white licorice bites?
Yeah.
This is the one that tastes like toothpaste?
I think they are good and plenty. It's their name.
Good and plenty. Okay.
Yep, they're called good and plenty.
So, what's your experience with these little gremlins?
They
of
don't
nastiness?
taste like proper black licorice.
Don't taste like black licorice.
I think that they tried to get a black licorice taste, but they utterly failed and they just made it seem bitter and unpleasant, which is what a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, that's just what black licorice is. No, it's not.
Okay. Have you have an experience with this that's traumatized you to this candy?
I poured a whole box in my mouth.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I got to know more about
That
this.
sounds like something you'd do.
Okay, so I was very young, and this was a day or two before I was getting braces on.
Oh boy.
So my mother was like, all right, I need you to eat all of your sticky candy. So I got rid of all of my sticky candy after going trick-or-treating. I had a bunch of Laffy Taffy. I had a bunch of bubble gum, which I swallowed, which you shouldn't do. So I was eating them a little bit too fast, maybe. Reckless abandon as I went through my little plastic jack-o'-lantern full of candy. And I got to this little pink box and I tore it open. And I was like, all right, fuck yeah, I love black licorice. And then I dumped the whole thing in my mouth and I started to chew and I was like, this is horrible.
How old were you?
Oh God, when did I get my braces? I want to say I was like 12.
Oh, wow. So core memory right there. Candy ruined.
Yeah. Those and Bit of Honeys.
Bit of Honeys.
They're disgusting.
Yeah. Jacob.
See, I'm trying to be fair here. Like, I'm trying not to just say candies that I don't like in general, because I like the chocolate candies more than almost anything else. I like me some Nerds or, Dum-Dums, all that.
Nerds are wonderful.
I think if I had to, I couldn't just choose one. I'd have to choose like a brand, and it's off-brand Halloween candy that does not taste like what it's supposed to. Listen, I get it. Some people got to buy a lot of candy, and it's expensive, so you got to get some cheap stuff. They get the off-brand. It's just not the same. And I hate to say it, but it's just not. It's just bad.
So like anything in specific or just generic non-chocolatey off-brand candy?
I used to hate.
Is there a moment that you can think of?
Not really, because if I didn't like it, I just wouldn't eat it. I'd give it to somebody else or throw it away. Those not Tootsie Roll, like fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls?
The Fruities?
Not Jolly Ranchers, right?
No. Those are hard candies, different. I think it might be the fruit. It's the soft fruit.
I
that
love
look like
those.
Tootsie Rolls.
They're so yummy.
I used to hate them. So that would probably be because, I liked them after I got done trick-or-treating. It'd probably be them or just someone chucking a bag of candy corn in my bucket. A handful of candy corn, not a bag of candy corn. A bag of candy corn is fine.
I don't think that's ever going to happen again with COVID.
Well, you never know. I would say raisins, but I liked raisins as a kid.
I like raisins too. It's just not a candy. It's like when you get a church handout bag that has like raisins and an orange and like a walnut in it. It's like, this is
a walnut.
It's not candy.
Yes, please give a kid a walnut.
Which was the style at the time.
Yeah, just off-brand candies. Just stuff that should taste like the original, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I get that. Kat, I know this topic you're on was an idea that you had. So that makes me think that you have a particularly like traumatic story or candy to talk about.
Oh, I do.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm so excited.
First of all, let me list the worst candies.
Oh boy.
Have you ever gotten those? They call them peanut butter taffies, and they're in the wax paper that's black or orange.
Yeah.
They taste like cheap peanut butter that's fermented on your toes, mixed with hair. Those.
It does have a distinctly cheesy taste, doesn't it?
Yes.
Some toe cheese baked in there.
And you accidentally open one up because you think it's like, just a real taffy. And taffy isn't that bad. But anyway, those. I don't even know what they're called. I can't find their name on the internet. So there's those. I also despise Bit of Honey. You stole one of mine. And Necco wafers. There was always some old person who would pass them out. It's like before there were Smarties, there were Necco wafers. And they're bad. They're really bad. They're not candy.
Yeah.
I think for me...
Oh, yeah. Off-brand.
Melster. Melster. The orange and black.
Is that their
taffies.
name? Pox on them. I hate them.
They were also called like peanut. You're right. There's something peanut butter.
Either that or peanut butter kisses.
There you go. Yeah.
From Necco. They just don't make anything good, do they?
They're terrible.
Maker of terrible
They should be
candy.
outlawed.
Okay, but like saltwater taffy is phenomenal.
Oh no, saltwater taffy is great. Go to like a little mom and pop joint with like a real hand pulled saltwater taffy. Taffy amazing, but not that black and orange wax paper stuff.
Just go 2 stores
Whenever
down
you
and get fudge.
Whenever you get actual peanut butter taffy, like from a taffy maker who actually appreciates what they're doing.
But yeah, no,
It tastes
those Necco wafers. And I have never been a fan of... Okay, now I lost my track of thought because of you guys.
Made a off-the-cuff comment about like, oh no, just go two doors down and get the fudge instead of the saltwater taffy. And that's just funny to me. Reject taffy. Embrace fudge.
And listen, any place you see taffy being made like that is going to be a fudge store nearby.
100%.
Yeah.
An ice cream store.
Yes.
And probably a bunch of tourists.
Oh, yeah.
We're all in the
Okay.
same place. We've all been to that strip mall multiple places.
Oh, yeah.
Where you
So-
can get cat food from a little vending machine and throw it to the fish nearby.
Yeah.
So, off the cuff, right now, what is the fall treat that you are looking forward to the most? Mine is caramel apples. Jacob.
Oh,
Peanut butter delight or no bake cookies.
ooh.
Okay. Derek?
I don't think this is a fall treat specifically, but I associate it with fall because I think the Dixie Classic Fair
No story. Only food.
funnel cake.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cat?
Pumpkin baked everything, pumpkin bread, pumpkin muffins, but
Only
not
one.
pumpkin spice.
Which is your favorite?
pumpkin bread?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, it is. I know we've had a long tirade here, but man, fall is my favorite time of year.
Do you know how
Best
long I've
time of
been
the year.
waiting for this?
Fall is
Yeah.
the second best time of year.
Probably about a year, right, Trout?
No. For 300 years.
I was so excited when you picked my banter topic.
Hold on. I gotta just. For 300 years, the blood mist prevented all in Ravenland from straying far from the comfort of their hearths. Now the mist is gone. Brave souls and cunning scoundrels now wander the cursed world, sealed away behind the iron lock to find their fortune in the Forbidden Lands.
Sound like you're about to say scunning scoundrels.
I risk it every time.
Scunning Scoundrels. Oh. That's a good name for like a little goblin pack. The Scunning Scoundrels.
That really
Yeah.
would be a good name.
I love that opener. It just gets me in the mood. So I got a couple things to go over before we hop into the recap for us. Couple different things. I think you're going to like them. First of all, I was going through this lovely Forbidden Lands card deck and found a piece of artwork for the Stanage crown that you guys are carrying.
Ooh, show.
I will pass it around. Now, I did post art about it on social media a while back, but this is like the card with the legend written on the back.
So we can read the card. No spoilers.
Yeah.
All right.
So, where do you think the ruby is on an elf?
I always envisioned it being like in the heart. Like,
Oh, and they did. I hate to interrupt you, but they did such a good job because like the rubies are not symmetrical. The ones left in the crown, they're like it's like they were pulled out haphazardly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like look nice and fancy symmetrical like you think an artifact would. It's off balance.
yeah.
It sort of looks like they were trying to see which one was the loosest.
Yeah.
Very fitting for the game's setting and system, I think.
I've been too
I nodded. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I've been too influenced by the book series with the people,
The seed people?
the seed people, because I imagined it like in the
Yeah.
back of the neck, like where your spine hits your neck. But that's probably because I've been influenced by the seed people.
I was thinking about it. I think it would be where their belly button would be. Because they don't have parents.
So is this like Steven Universe?
Ruby stored.
In the no.
Well, now that we've figured out the anatomy of elves, there's another thing I want to get into before the recap. We in our home game use a system of like rewarding cool role play moments and different things.
Interesting ideas.
Yeah, it's the bottle cap system. We got it from a show that we really like, Glass Cannon Podcast. We're big fans of them, and this is something from their home games. But we kind of imported it into our original Pathfinder home games, and I kind of miss having it. So I wanted to bring it into at least this season now. I've thought about it a lot, and I think I have a good way of doing it. So for those who may not know, basically the way bottle caps work is like, so you do something cool, that I as a DM approve, and you can get a bottle cap. This is kind of like inspiration in 5e, but it works a little different. I think inspiration just gives you advantage.
Yes.
The bottle cap you could spend on yourself for more or less advantage, but we usually didn't limit it to just D20 rolls, and we also didn't limit it to your rolls. You could impose disadvantage, quote, on the GM with it, and you could share them around instead of just being tied to you.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like hero points. There's a lot of different systems that do something like this. So I'm going to bring it into this one. But the way I'm going to say it's going to work is
Extra D6.
no. Well, you get a bottle cap. You get a chance to roll a D10 artifact die. With your roll.
Now
was
that I
thinking
like.
about doing a D8, but I didn't think a D8 is quite enough to make it worth the rarity at which I want to hand out bottle caps. And a D12 was too much because a D12 is a 50% chance of success on its own. So I think a D10 will be good. And another thing I'm going to do is there's going to be a bottle cap limit of 2 caps. So
Like active,
Fiend.
quote unquote, on the field or just per
person.
person.
So basically, you can do great things, but I'm only going to be able to give out 2 caps at once because I want to keep them moving around, and I don't want people to build up stashes of bottle caps.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey.
I do have a question as far as the limits of this rule.
Yeah.
Do bottle caps transfer from one game to another game whenever we reach that point?
Whenever we in season 1,
Yes.
that's a good question. I'm going to say no.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I want to have a fresh start, and also whatever we play next may not be easy to do bottle caps in.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, coming from someone who sees a bottle cap once in a blue moon, if she's lucky, don't get upset about a 2 cap limit, Mr.
Yeah.
Bottle Cap Hoarder.
I like them.
Yeah.
They feel good in my hands.
As Derek mentioned with our home games, we've been doing that for a little while. I have a box, a dice box, where I keep my 4 most favorite sets, and it is lined magnetically with bottle caps
Yeah, it
because
is.
I hoard.
Are you counting the
Because
bottle
y'all
caps you
get
when
them.
We're not playing
Yeah.
games.
What do you mean?
The have a funny joke bottle cap, but we're on Discord like playing.
Oh
Minecraft.
no.
Okay.
I only keep the ones that Derek hands me while we're playing, or that I get, over Discord.
Yeah. So, and I will say
I'm not a cheater.
this.
Well, I had to know because it's a great way to
you
line
had
the
to
box.
know about.
It's advantages for Jacob
Okay.
and Drow, okay?
Yeah.
And Derek. It's advantages for y'all. Someone like me never sees a bottle cap because I'm not clever
given you
and funny.
Okay,
bottle cap.
Jacob.
Stop that.
Okay. I did a math count. I counted.
You math
I counted it out with math one time. I came close to 1/3 of the bottle caps that you guys get.
Well, that's why I wanted to do the cap, because basically it'll encourage
bottle cap?
The bottle cap. If you, it'll encourage a little bit more usage, I guess, and also prevent the hoards, because I hate them piling up like that.
I use them. All right, it's not my fault.
Why
that
do you
I'm-
have a box lined with them here?
Because I'm good, Derek.
I forget I have them.
You could be me sitting over here, bottle cap poor, complaining about not being able to listen to people complain about not being able to hoard because you're not clever.
But yeah, I am going to try to be a little stingy with them in this game.
Yeah,
because
a little
D10
more
is-
judicious.
Yeah, we hand them out more in our Pathfinder games because, to be honest, advantage isn't a very big numerical bonus.
And you
in
roll
first edition.
So
anyway.
much in Pathfinder.
Right, and rolls don't happen a lot here, so I want them to be a bit more impactful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the system we're doing. It's not super complicated. There's going to be no way to get to impose negatives to me because of just the dice pool system. Taking a D6 away from me is not the same as adding a D10 onto yourself. Mm-hmm. If you really want to, I'll listen to arguments about taking a D6 away from me, but it feels like a poor way to spend a cap, honestly.
I would agree.
I'll hear arguments if you really want to, but it's more intended to be helping you guys on your roll. Yeah, I'm trying not to make it too complicated, but I did want to think it through. And to celebrate this momentous occasion and the start of October, I'm going to hand out a bottle cap to everyone.
You dropped my bottle cap.
I'm sorry. Can you get it?
These are actually GCP merch bottle caps. I got Get in the Trunk.
I got Gish.
Got Fishman?
Oh,
Fishman.
gosh.
All right.
Mine is a D20.
Nice.
I love him. I
Gish
miss
is
him
good.
so much.
With that out of the way, let's get into the session. So when we last left you guys, last time we sat down to play, you guys had set out from scenic Tretenbergville to go explore the hole and explore a little bit more of the surrounding land. You encountered a group of slavers posing as wounded merchants. Not falling for their ruse, you soundly defeated them in battle and sent them packing, not after intimidating the ever-living bejesus out of them. You then took time to rest and get your abilities and everything back. The next day, you explored the hole of legend. And there wasn't a ton in there. It was a pretty small dungeon. But you did find some treasure, which you've been carrying back towards Streetenbergville.
Yeah.
You had trouble making camp on your way back because of an ant infestation. You made a new camp in the morning and slept through the day that you're currently on. And in the evening quarter day, which you're now on, you were about to set out again and you encountered a fox.
I think that we've just discovered a minor god, honestly. I hope that's what it is.
Well, actually, I was about to jump into it, but before we do that, we need to do XP. All right, so let's get through this quickly so we can get back into the thing. Did you participate in the game session? Yep.
Yes.
So everyone get one. Did you travel through at least one hex?
Yes.
Yes, because you intentionally deviated. Oh, no, this is...
Yeah, we did.
It's one hex that you haven't been through before. You intentionally deviated to go and explore a new hex, and you found the slaver fight, so that's 2.
Yep.
Did you discover a new adventure site? You did not.
No.
You'd already discovered the hole. Did you find a treasure, 1 gold or more?
Yep.
We did.
You did. I think
The
you
bronze
did.
statue.
Yeah,
And we
exactly.
found,
really
we
heavy
also
one.
found like 17 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you build a functioning stronghold? Don't have that.
Nope.
Did you activate your pride?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Did you suffer from your dark secret? I don't think you did. Did you risk your life for another PC? I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of you did. Everyone take a point there.
Okay.
Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Nope, not me.
Okay, so there we go. XP done. That was quick. Go ahead and mark that. And while you guys do that, let me read some flavor text that we left off on last time.
All right.
A strange song echoes over the land. A growly male voice sings of purple flowers and deep tombs where heaven and earth meet. You have never heard such a song as this before. As you pass a turn in the road, you suddenly find yourself eye to eye with a small fox. It stares at you with large eyes, and the song has ended. Coon, it's a fox.
There is something wrong with him.
The fox looks at all of you in turn,
Or different, I
and
guess.
cocks its head a little bit.
I have a question.
Dreaming
Yes.
will cock
Is
his
it
head
a
in
gray
return.
fox or like a red fox?
Red fox.
Okay.
I'm going to approach.
Since it is evening, and I think because it's
Hello?
spring, it's already dark out, you notice that this fox, so foxes can have a number of different colored eyes. This fox has blue eyes, and you swear that they just ever so faintly glow.
This is
But
not.
it might be the moonlight.
Yeah, I'm going to get closer.
I will follow.
And I'm gonna
close do you-
Dreaming
stay
will
at the
follow
back.
behind.
How
Cahoon.
close are you intending to get, Cahoon?
I'm going to lower myself to all fours to get just about eye level with this thing, if at all possible. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try and get as close as I can.
As we're walking up to it, Dreamin will also pull out a beef jerky and be like, "Would you like some beef jerky?"
The fox, as soon as you get within, I would say probably 15, 20 feet, it starts scampering off. You're in the plains right now, and it scampers off into the tall grass.
Do we follow it?
That's up to you.
I guess it didn't want any beef jerky. Cahoon, could you track it?
Yeah, I could track it.
Will you track a fox to not kill?
Math symbols.
What are we trying to do?
Honestly, I'm just curious.
It's fascinating.
Do you think that it knows about a tomb with purple flowers where heaven meets the sky? Fuck. Whatever.
Oh, the song that was just
Yeah.
being sang. Maybe. Listen, the statue should be safe here. Let's go follow a fox.
All right.
All right, cool. I will spend a willpower point.
Activate your hunting instincts. Mm-hmm. So can you tell me what that does mechanically?
If I spend a willpower point, I can track a creature for that amount of days. Proportional.
Okay. Do you get it for free, or do you still have to make a scouting roll to follow it?
I can just follow the scent.
You follow it. How long are you going to keep following it? What's your goal with this?
Curiosity.
Okay.
Curiosity. And as I am following it, I'm going to make it seem more like I'm playing and not like I'm trying to eat it.
Okay. Do you do the dog thing where you
Yeah,
put both hands on the ground and go slap?
And lean forward a little bit.
Make.
Pig.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me an animal handling roll.
I would like to turn in my bottle cap.
Ooh. Fast turnaround. I like it. All right, so add a D10 artifact die. So I think this is the appropriate time to make a roll because what you're trying to do is change its opinion about you. So that's 1 Bane, 1 success on 3d6, which is your empathy score, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead and roll a D10.
A 1.
1 on the D10, so no successes there. But you did get a success. What do you want to do? You start playing with it. What's your goal here?
I'm trying to ascertain whether or not this is a regular fox.
As far as you can tell, it's acting like a regular fox. I mean, obviously, you found it under an interesting circumstance, but it's just acting like a regular fox.
You know what? I know what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to start singing the song.
Ooh.
Okay. So you start singing this song, and it stops playing and just backs up a little bit, and it cocks its head at you like it's confused. I imagine the rest of the party, Kali, Dreamin, and Ralk,
Are they just watching?
are either watching at a distance or you've left them behind a little bit.
We wouldn't let Cahoon get out of visual.
Okay.
We would try to stay near him.
If it's calming down, then I'll follow it calmly
Okay.
and just see where it takes me.
Begin to wonder if the fox was perhaps possessed by some spirit for the time being.
You are able to track it. At a certain point, you can still smell it, but you don't see it anymore, and it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a young god.
A young god, eh? Mm-hmm. All right, so what do you want to do after that happens? What happens next?
Ghost
If
fox.
there is a scent trail, I will follow it.
It just stops. There's a small area that you can still pick up the scent in. You think it's there, but you don't see anything.
Did I touch the fox? Was it corporeal?
It was corporeal.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is Cahoon going to handle meeting a spirit fox, his most unliked animal?
He knew that there was something wrong with it.
Because it's a fox.
Or different. Not necessarily wrong. In fact, in his mind, it probably makes it better.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't yelling in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It was singing.
It was singing.
He's got a lot of problems with foxes, but the yelling is up there. And this was a lot more enjoyable than the yelling.
I'm just sad that nothing really came of it. Wanted it to be something really cool, even if it was bad.
Are there purple flowers nearby?
No.
Is there heaven and earth nearby?
I mean, there's the sky and you're on the earth, so I guess.
Keep your
So
secrets.
if we ever find
flowers.
some purple flowers, we investigate. I'm making a note of it.
Blue flowers, red thorns. Okay, so do you do anything when you get back to the party, or are we just going to have you continue moving towards...
Let's just continue.
Well, are we going to travel during the night?
You rested through the daytime quarter day, so you can still use this quarter day. You wouldn't even have to make checks because you're moving to a hex that you already visited.
That's true.
You might want to do scouting, but you and Rolk were straining yourselves to carry that statue back to Treatenbergville.
Yeah.
So if you get there right now, you'll arrive by the evening quarter day.
Then yeah,
Excuse me, by nighttime. You're in the evening.
Let's dump that statue.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Treatenbergville. You walk back. It's pitch black out. I don't have a way to keep track of the moon, but let's say, for sake of narrative convenience, the moonlight is just illuminating the little street that runs through Treatenbergville. I don't want to commit because then I'll have to keep track of the moon phases, and that is not
Fair
something I'm
enough.
into. So you get back in. Most people have already gone to bed. The lights are still on at the Dog and the Arrow where you last stayed.
Yeah.
You come back in. The bartender lady is kind of nodding off.
Is Baron there?
Yeah, my demon possessed friend.
It's right now, I think it's midnight and he's not there. But you see a shorter person with a hood at the fireplace in the tavern. New figure. Looks like he also just came in not too long ago. What do you guys want to do?
Does he smell like the fox?
Does not smell like the fox.
Okay.
As soon as you guys get in, Rock drops the statue on the floor. Oh, my aching back.
At least it's not your foot.
It is rather late.
Why did we carry this thing?
For money.
Okay.
So you can get crunk again.
Yeah.
I'd spent a lot of money getting
Yeah.
drunk.
You need to replace your coin.
I really do.
Maybe don't get crunk this time. Just have a drink or two.
A little drinky poo.
Yes, a little drinky poo. Speaking of a little drinky poo,
Why don't you go to bed first?
Before drink?
Yeah.
Oh, But then I had to drink in the morning.
But perhaps we get a room. It is
absolutely.
night.
Okay.
Dreamin will go up to the counter. He'll get a room for the group, and he'll order 2 L's.
Okay. So you get a room for the group. Rolk does just go to sleep because he's worn out. The person you saw is sitting there. It looks like they have something they're eating, but they don't have anything to drink.
Oh, that's exactly.
Okay.
So Dreamin will take his 2 L's, and he'll take one over to the guy sitting, you said by the fireplace?
Yeah.
And he'll sit beside him and hand him an L.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't see very many people up this late.
Oh, I'm just a traveler passing through. Needed a place to park it and trying to, eat a nice meal, calm down for the day. You look, and this is a dwarf.
Hey.
Ooh, fancy.
What's your name?
My name is Dreamin. What about yours?
I'm Olaf.
Oh, nice to meet you, Olaf.
Yeah. What brings you through these parts?
We just explored a hole, found a statue, needed to sell it.
Moving through, eh?
Yes, don't quite know where to yet. But, travelers gotta keep traveling.
I hear that.
As this conversation happens, Cahoon is very slowly just... If we're thinking about it cinematically, the shadow looms up behind Olaf. Just the red eyes, black figure. And then he leans down and sniffs.
Hi there.
Is he with you, Dreamin'?
Yes, he's with me. This is my son, Cahoon.
Is she also with you?
And Kali just kind of, after being mentioned, slides kind of gracefully into a chair. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
a bit of a ragtag group, but we look after each other.
Well, that's quite nice. Good company's hard to find out in these places.
It sure is.
This is my first time passing through. Have you been here before?
One time.
One time, eh?
Earlier.
Nice.
It's been many years since I've seen a dwarf. Well met.
Well met to you, too. Many years since I've been able to travel like I've done recently.
Did you know that this place is full of demon worshippers?
Really?
Yeah.
They're nice folk, though.
I didn't
They're
recognize the
fine,
temple.
They're fine people.
That
But
sounds a little heretical, but these people do seem pretty nice. Dressed kind of weird, though.
Yeah. Like they should go to like a dragon con or something, right?
Their demon seems pretty chill.
pretty chill, yeah.
So what are you traveling through for? What have you been up to?
Oh, me? I'm just, I've been out and exploring the world, I've lived a long life, and I hear lots of great stories and legends, and I kind of want to see some of these places for myself, now that the mist is gone.
Any places in particular? We're explorers ourselves. And I do love a good story.
Well, there's one that I've been hunting for recently. Have you ever heard of the Vale of the Dead?
That sounds spooky.
Is it a tomb with purple flowers?
Is it October already?
No, it's the 18th of spring, Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Got time yet? Well, and for those listening and you guys, you're about to hear mechanically what's called a legend.
The Veil of Death, you said?
Veil of the Dead. Stories tell of how Zygotha the Defiler visited the Veil of the Dead beyond the Temple of Silence during the Elder Wars. The sorcerer's spouse, Martea, taught him how to parley with the deceased. But when she learned how Zygotha abused the art, instead of seeking wisdom, he wanted to wake the resting bones to his service. She fled from him with their 2 children. Zygotha continued his work in the Vale until the Keeper of the Dead chased him away. In anger, the sorcerer drove the priests from the Temple of Silence. But before leaving the site, it is said that the holy men drowned its halls to keep them safe. I've been on the look for it. I've heard it lies beyond a mountain range northwest of here.
It's the VD. It's the Veil of the Dead. It's the map. We have a map. Okay, so we have, remember, it's been a while for us, but we got a map fragment that had 2 circles on it. WS was Weatherstone, and the other red circle is to the northwest of our current location, and it has VD marked beside it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, I only mentioned the hole because how sad would it be if that's what he was looking for, and it's literally right there.
For long years I've looked for the hole of legend, long lost to my people.
for its holy ways.
Oh,
Khalid just kind of elbows at Dreamin' and mouths the word map.
well, that's quite a goal you have there.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different places in these lands.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and you can see he's looking into the fire now. He has a big, like, red full beard. His eyes, at least in this firelight, seem kind of like yellowy. He looks and says, I've got kind of a bucket list of places I want to go to before I kick the old bucket, now that the blood mist is gone.
How old does this dwarf look?
So he'll say he's probably in his 70s for a dwarf.
Okay.
So,
So he is getting up there.
yeah.
A little more than middle-aged.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dreamin's old.
Oh,
I
yeah,
imagine-
Dreamin' is old.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But he's still weirdly buff.
I'm a weirdly buff old man.
Yeah.
Little
Gotta
super
keep working
centurion.
out, you know?
He's got like the streaks of gray in the beard and everything, but there's still a lot of color to it.
Pump 400 pounds? I didn't think so, whippersnapper.
How did you know I have a Planet Fitness black card?
Yeah, I saw that on your
That
desk.
means you can bring guests.
That means you can get the massage.
Yeah.
That's quite the goal you have there. There's something about finding these old places, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of history there.
We recently been to one. It was spooky.
Oh, where'd you go?
Oh, I don't know if I know the name of it. Someplace east-ish.
It's a hole.
It's a hole. It just had it was wet. That's where we found the statue. But it was, nice old, got that scent of moss.
Not terribly exciting.
Well, I'll have to check it out if it's nearby.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go one hex that way.
There were, mosaics. One of them was of a house crest, and another was of a mountain range.
Oh. I don't think it's anything my people would be into. We typically build into the mountains and not into the ground in the hole, but it would be interesting to see the architecture and all the same.
So what direction are you heading from here? Are you going to try and find the Vale of the Dead, or you have another place on your list that you're going to go visit?
I've been heading east, trying to make my way to the coast. There's a couple things in this pass, and then I'll have to cross the mountains. Yeah, I know my way around the Forbidden Lands a little bit. I've seen maps, so I got a leg up, but
Oh, you have a map?
I don't have a map, but I've seen them.
Are there any interesting places nearby?
That's a good question. I'm not sure you know, but in the woods to the north and east, there's supposedly wolfkin roaming through them. Far east of here near the coast is where the halflings are supposed to have settled. There is my people's old fortress of Wailer's Hold. If you follow this mountain range northward, there is a town on the other side of the mountain range from them called the Hollows.
Ooh.
But that would be north and east from you guys.
Can we get those on our map?
Do you want to show him the map? The labeled map?
The map with a VD on it. That's why I had Khalid elbow Dreamin'.
He doesn't seem like a bad guy.
I have a question.
I wish we had
for
a way
you,
to talk
Olaf.
without talking in front of him.
Yeah?
Are you cool?
No. Hot.
Like a proper dwarf.
Oh no, the sexual tension has suddenly got too high in here.
Oh, guys, so Jacob and Kat got me a gift. Well, a gift to be used on me.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong.
It is a boom whacker in a G note with horny written on it. You deserved that, Derek.
I reserve the right to strike whoever I deem horny, including me.
The horny stick. But, Olaf, could you give me and my friends a second?
Sure.
He'll walk away and he'll get you two guys to go with him. Hey, do we want to show this guy the map?
Do we want him to come with us?
That
We
is
already
what-
have Rook.
Well, I mean, if he wants to come, he could, but we don't have to look after him. We could just, if he asked, maybe we could say yes, but I think having two NPCs might be a bit much for the DM, so I don't know if you have to worry about that.
Maybe Rook would like to stay here and rest off his horribly mauled foot.
I don't know. I think that would make Roke feel lonely. Well, here's what I'm saying. We could, here's what I'm thinking. We'll show our good friend Olaf the map.
Okay,
He'll mark things he knows about on it,
can I show him?
but we get to keep the map.
Yeah.
then yes, you could show him, Cahoon.
Okay, I'll take the scrap.
If he's smart enough to figure out the location, then perhaps he deserves to go.
He might be able to point us out some safer passageways there, too.
Oh, Olaf.
Yeah?
I have something that might interest you.
Oh?
Yes. Are you,
What was that guy's name? Esgar? Esgar
Yeah,
Farthing.
Yeah.
you wouldn't happen to know a man named Esgar Farthing, would you?
No.
Okay, he was an adventurer too. We ran into him, or I guess his corpse, and we found this.
Oh. Now that's pretty. Well, here's the thing. None of the things I've talked to you about, Whaler's Hold, the Hollows, the coast,
Yeah,
are really on here.
there are two things though.
The woods to the north. To the north of this WS you have on your map. Those are the Groveland Woods on the west side of the mountains. I'll ping. I don't think you can see my ping.
Okay.
And on the east side is the Fang Woods. Wolfkin are supposed to roam between those woods.
This is for the audience, okay.
Yeah.
But
It's also for us.
as a lover of all things maps, is there anything you might be able to add to ours?
I also want to express, there's not only a WS, but there is, a VD.
Oh, and you think that's Veil of the Dead, eh?
It could
Maybe.
be. It
There's
looks
a
like a veil.
chance.
It looks spooky on the map.
Blimey. That's a far piece from here.
It sure is.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard a fox sing?
No.
Oh.
Why would you ask me that? What does it got to do with the map?
Just a question.
It doesn't have to do with the map. It's a different experience.
His thoughts are rather random.
The only thing I can point out on this map that I know is if you look to the east of Haga in the middle there, the text, you'll see what looks like a river running in between one larger mountain range and a smaller one with a lot of little marks there. That's the ruins of Alderstone.
A
It'll be a
ruined
lot clearer.
city.
Yeah.
Oh,
The ruins of
That
Alderstone.
sounds like fun.
that sounds familiar.
Alderland is where the people
that's
were
right.
from.
That's right. Okay.
That's why it sounds interesting.
Oh, well, this is some fun information.
I wouldn't recommend going there, though.
Why is that?
I've heard rumors that there's terrible things there.
Seen a few terrible things, have we not?
Yes, I don't know if I'm too keen on seeing more. That's advice to take in. Thank you.
One place I've been steering clear of in my travels. If you don't mind, I'll mark the Veil of the Dead on my own internal map.
You go right on ahead.
Not sure that I'm headed there quite yet, but whenever I loop back around to the Forbidden Lands, maybe I'll stop by. Hopefully I won't find your bodies.
Hopefully we won't find yours.
If you wanted to mark down WS, I would steer clear.
Oh, what's there?
A castle full of the undead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, full of.
Teeming
good
with
to
them.
know. I'll observe it from a distance.
Though you might
Yeah.
be able to meet a rather nice bard if you visit the outer tower.
Oh, a bard. Okay.
If you do decide to get close, don't go in the water.
Oh, something bad there. You've been there then.
Tentacles.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a
Very bad.
hentai fan, so I'll stick
Oh
clear of
my
that.
god. Bunk.
Well, it's been nice talking to you. I don't meet seasoned travelers too much these new days. If you don't mind, I'm gonna turn in.
Well, it was
Good
very
night.
nice to meet you, Olaf.
Nice
Good
to meet
night.
you as well. So he leaves, and I imagine you guys are gonna sleep through the nighttime quarter day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand wave your ability to sell that statue. Did I give you a value for that?
20 silver pieces.
For the statue?
Yes.
Did you find any other treasure in the...
We found a total of blah, blah, blah. We found 17 silver and take it.
Okay.
Hi there, buddy. Bronze structure. It was locked. We take the statue, which took up 6 slots and is worth 20 silver.
Okay, so you got a total of, 37 silver? So that's like 3
Yeah.
gold, right?
Yeah.
That's a nice little haul.
But I think we already split that first set of silver, so we only get 5
We did.
each now.
Okay, and that goes to Rolk as well, right?
Yes, that is including Rolk.
We're an equal opportunity party.
So you can get Crunk.
That's right.
Rolk is very useful in where he drops his swords whenever he passes out.
Yep. Hey, he takes the damage so that we don't have to.
Yep.
In that last fight that we had, Rolk was pretty awesome.
So it's early morning the next day. There's breakfast at the inn.
Boy, I sure wish a village...
Continental, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
guys, do you think a village like this would have a druid in it?
I couldn't see why
Yeah,
not.
yeah. I actually got his card.
Oh, could I see his information? I'd like to go visit him.
Yeah.
He'll look at the card. He'll go look for this druid.
You see on the card it says Mayor Magnus McSweeney, Mayor Extraordinaire of Scenic Treatenbergville, 101 Forester Lane.
I go to his office.
You go there.
Knock.
You go there and you see in the window a bear stand up, and it like looks at you, cocks its head, and goes, "Ngah," and walks towards the door. And then when the door opens, you see a shorter-ish human man, very old human man with very rough spun clothes. Again, very eccentric looking, weird style that this town has. Long gray beard.
And he's like, can I help you, sonny?
I presume you're Mayor Magnus McSweety, Mayor Extraordinaire of Scenic Treatenbergville.
Oh, it's the best business card I've ever had made.
He got big old spectacles on.
It was quite nice. I hear you are a druid. I presume you are the bear.
Yes.
Ah, very nice. You see, I myself am a druid.
Oh.
I was curious as to what skills that you had as a druid.
Have you passed through? I recognize you. Have you passed through Treatenbergville recently?
Oh, just a day or two ago. I do believe my son met with you.
Oh, Dogman.
The Wolfkin,
Ah,
yes.
yes. What a polite but intimidating young man.
That's what I say all the time.
Yes. So I do know you. I've recognized you. What can I help you with?
Well, as I said before, I am a druid, but I do specialize in healing of others. I was wondering what skills you specialize in, and if you'd be willing to teach.
Well, if I can find the time, I could teach you a little bit. I think you've already seen my specialty.
I'm
I'm a druid of the shifting shapes.
yes, a fun one, I hear.
Indeed.
So mechanically,
Yeah, I'm looking up the talents right now. I would be very interested in learning a thing or two from you if I could.
so mechanically, how does it work for him to train you?
With him as my trainer, I could
Spend 3 XP to learn
the first rank of the
path
stuff.
shifting shapes.
Yeah.
So I'll say he'll do that. I'm gonna say it costs 2 silver for his day, basically.
I can do that easy.
He shows you how to do a bunch of different things. Would you want to read any of the spells that you can learn from this?
Oh yeah, I can. Here is the rank 1 spells, and a lot of them speak for themselves. Animal speech, talk to animal. Cat's paw basically lets me sneak, but instead of rolling for sneak, I use magic.
Yep.
Hawkeye lets me look at things within distant range, basically from horizon to horizon. So, Legolas, what do your elven eyes see?
Yeah, I think those are the 3 for level 1.
And
yeah.
then the next one is Beastmaster, but that's rank 2. So yeah, only 3 spells, but they can be useful.
Yeah, so mechanically, he is a level 3 Path of Shifting Shapes. So if you find that you want more in that, you could come and spend more time training with him in the future, but your whole day is spent learning these spells with him.
But if it takes dreaming all day long, what about the others? What y'all do?
First, I want to see if Olaf is still around.
Olaf's left.
Okay.
You probably saw him at breakfast, but he left.
Which way did he head?
He went out of town. There's like one main road going north and south through town, and he went out northward. But you really didn't get to see him much past that because of the trees.
I'm just going to stalk people. And I mean, like, not creeping around corners, like hiding in grass. Mm-hmm. Less person stalk, more wolf stalk.
You're stalking people, and you get the scent from the fox again.
Where?
Oh,
You smell it around the temple,
it's a demon,
but you can't see anything.
or it's a druid.
Actually, you know what? Make me a scouting check.
Was it? Is it McSweeney? No, it was a deep
you would
man's
know,
voice.
Yeah.
Scouting. Okay.
McSweeney.
Hey, that's a success on 3 dice.
3 dice, 1 success. I'll say that because of that, you catch a glimpse of the fox sitting on top of the temple and like the late afternoon, and you try to like scramble around, and you see it run away, and then you don't see it anymore, but the smell lingers.
I want to ask one of the priests about it, then.
I was also about to say, technically speaking, I'm pretty sure Cahoon's scent tracking thing is still going. It lasts for a whole day.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The priest.
Oh, wait. I didn't see any fox. There's a fox?
You're right, I'm just seeing things.
Yep. Or Bonnie. Be with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but like you try to find it, but you can't see it.
Whenever I saw it, was it looking at me? Or was it just hanging out?
I was looking at you specifically.
Okay, we are being followed. Maybe it's just trying to play with me. Maybe I have accidentally befriended a demon.
Time to kill a fox.
I don't like it. Kill it.
Plan B?
Yeah, the infamous Plan B.
So when we meet back up in the evening, because I'm assuming we're just going to skip there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that mayor was a delightful fellow. He was a bear when I met him.
How wonderful.
I know, right?
That's weird. I kind of pinned him as an otter.
Just do it. Ow.
But he was a very nice fellow, taught me some things. And, what'd you guys do today?
I saw it again.
What's it? Except for
the
like the
fox.
popular. Oh, is it?
It was on top of the temple.
Does it like live here, or do you think it's following us?
It was looking directly at me.
Oh, that's spooky.
I don't know. I feel connected to it in a weird way.
Huh. That's odd. Ironic too. You hate foxes.
Yeah, I know.
What about you, Khalid? Did you do anything interesting today?
She holds up her pack. I learned how to carry more items.
Awesome. Packing is an essential skill. So tomorrow, what's our plan?
Well, things could definitely change if the fox pops back up.
That's true.
But if it does not, and she just kind of like does a little pleading with her hands, can we explore?
Do you want to head towards the Vale of the Dead?
Yeah.
I like the sound of that as well.
If Olaf wanted to go there, there might perhaps be something useful.
He left towards the north.
We know there's something interesting there. We just have to find it. And he pats the pocket that has the crown.
Rolk, what do you think?
Rolk is not with you. You guys are outside, right?
Oh, I saw we went
Then
back
I'm
into
going to
the
yell loudly
room.
until he comes
Oh,
out.
sorry, I envisioned that you guys are like right outside. And
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. We'll be making our way towards the room. How about that?
Making my way.
So, the sun is setting. You know, we got that nice, beautiful evening time light. And you go into the tavern, and you come upon a scene of just all the like people in the village, or a lot of people in the village surrounding Rolk with like an empty plate and just crumbs, 2 empty mugs, and he is just like head back with a mug in his hand, downing one, and they're like, Rolk, Rolk,
Roll!
and he just slams it down. Yeah!
Yeah!
Friend makers! The bartender is just like is playing like tavern music to go along with it. Baron Anslin is there, 2 mugs deep with Rolk's like, yeah, my buddy, yeah.
The drink was satisfactory.
Exactly. The drink was not good. Rolk's wasted.
Good old Rolk. Knows his goals and sticks to them.
I'm a simple man with simple dreams.
And you're following them, aren't you, friend?
I'm living a dream.
Yeah, let's get you back up to the room.
So no early beds, okay.
Let's go to bed. Everybody, one last cheer for Rolk. All right, let's go to sleep.
He's going to be a legend in Traytonburgville.
Rolk the Wasted.
Rolk the Wasted.
So yeah, you
A
guys.
title he can be proud of.
Yeah,
No. You gotta make it sound better. He's Rolk the Pickled.
Rolk of the Endless Mug. You guys turn in a little early so you can get started in the morning. Rolk wakes up without a hangover.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got that good constitution.
You sure do.
I'm so proud of you.
Or do you just drink that much?
Human's gonna pull out a pot
It's-
and bang on it real quick
Why?
to see if he flinches. Oh, I guess he's not drunk. Oh, my
Hey.
bad, Cahoon.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm not drunk.
I can tell you. Good job. Good job, roll.
So it's let me go ahead and advance this.
Dreamin
again.
pulls out a pot and a spoon. Dunk.
Okay, it is now feast day, the 20th of Springwain. Early in the morning. What?
Feast day.
Feast day of Springwain.
That's the name of the thing.
I love this.
It's great.
It's so fun.
Okay, so I imagine you guys want to head northwards then. The Vale of the Dead is like northeast of you. If you go northeast directly, you got a bunch of mountains in your way. It would probably make more sense. So Kali, you would probably see
I was
this.
saying go north, get to the river, and use the river through the mountains.
Yeah.
Take me to the river.
Take me to the river. You're going to be going through a bunch of mountain hexes. You basically, as a navigator, you would want to try to go through as little mountains as possible because you move so much faster when you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Not only that, the plains and the like would be far better for hunting than mountains.
Exactly. So don't mean to force you where to go, but like just trying to inform you as a Pathfinder what you'd probably be thinking.
That's what I was going to say.
So loosely,
for once, I actually had a good idea.
So loosely, we go north.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, north. And then we can explore new hexes.
That's right.
Yeah. So
XP.
yeah.
Excitement.
We hop out for that morning,
Yeah.
and Dreamin' he takes a deep breath. We'll be back, Weatherstone. We'll get that ruby. And that scepter, too. But he's not a villain. So
And your little dog, too.
What?
we'll be back.
Did Cahoon what?
And your big dog, too.
And your medium-sized dog, too.
What?
Okay, so who's doing what today? So I imagine
I'll lead the way.
Going to lead the way, but you don't have to make a roll because if you go straight north, you've already been through
Yeah.
those two hexes.
Isn't that where we ran into the slavers, like one or two above?
Yep.
It is, yeah. All right, so Cahoon and Dreamin', if you're going to do it, make me some scouting rolls.
Will do.
Gonna be well rested all the time.
Yeah. Okay, one success on 5d6, I think, for Dreamin'.
4.
And no successes
46.
for me.
5? One
Oh.
of those.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move you 1, 2 north. It is now the daytime quarter day. Still light outside, so now I imagine you're going to have to move through some hexes that you can't.
No sign of the slavers, right?
Nothing.
Okay.
You might pass through the spot where you had
Good.
your battle and see like the remnants of it, but you don't see any people.
I spit at it.
Okay, just like, feel the slavers.
Kali just kind of looks at her companions. Onward.
Absolutely. To new areas.
Wait, I have to pee.
Wait, he
I
has
told you
pee.
to go before we left.
I also have to go pee, but I'm old, so you can't be angry at me.
I'm surrounded by idiots. No.
Now you're in the plains, so there's no trees. So basically no bathroom to pee.
Well, there's got to be bushes.
Also, well, no, you were at the inn this morning for breakfast, so don't mark off food or water. You're good for today.
Well, I'm going to roll to lead the way if you guys are done going to the bathroom.
And I will roll another scouting.
Okay, no successes, 1 bane on 46 for scouting.
First, lead the way. I haven't done this in so long.
It's a skill.
Okay, so I'm rolling 5 dice.
Ooh.
And I got 1 success.
Yeah, boy.
Alrighty.
And 1 bane, so I'm not going to push.
Cahoon, did you also want to scout or nah?
Again?
Yeah, that was the first quarter day. It's the second quarter day now.
Okay. I am going to scout, but I'm very specifically trying to keep my nose up to the wind to try and catch the fox.
Good call.
Did I see the fox with my 1 scouting?
No successes on 3 dice.
Point of order. Kali, you rolled scouting instead of survival.
Oh, do I need to re-roll?
No, you probably have a worse roll scouting than you do survival.
I would have gotten
anyway.
2 more dice.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. You got a success all the same.
Okay.
All right, Cahoon, no successes on the scouting. So let me reveal some mappage for you guys.
So excited.
Mappage.
Lee likes exploring because Kat likes the idea of this whole map to see.
I know, right? All right, so you encounter a lake to the north of you, connected to a river that's to your northwest in this hex. To move forward, you'll either have to cross the lake or cross the river. But it is now the nighttime quarter day, so I'm assuming we're doing the whole camp making everything.
That's my job. Modifier of 2 for a talent and some items. Actually, hold on.
I'm too pleased with that.
You still do need to sleep. Sleeping is not the same thing as resting.
Oh,
but-
my
I shall
flint and
never sleep.
steel may be broken. So yeah, my flint and steel's broken. I only get my +1 from my
Lee
talent.
discovered-
But you have
coffee.
replaced it.
I can just fix it more than likely.
Yeah.
It's probably cheap though.
I mean, probably, but I didn't look, and it's too late now. I still get a 6 die roll, so theoretically.
All right, 1 success still.
Good, I didn't see that success when I was looking at the dice.
On, I think, 5d6? It doesn't
Yeah,
tell us the number.
66.
66. It doesn't
so you
tell
would
us
have
the
had
number
7?
anymore.
If I had the flint and steel, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good success. You make camp. Are you guys doing anything with food yet, or are you just going to take it easy?
Didn't we all buy supplies so we have full food right now?
And you'll have to do that tomorrow anyway.
Well, I don't have full food or water anymore. I have next to full, but not full, because the hole was after we bought our supplies.
I mean, I could have some fun and go fishing just because.
Yeah, I mean, you got the time for it if you want to. Anything? Or are we just going to move on?
We can just move on.
Let's just move on.
Okay, so real quick, Cahoon,
Yeah.
going to bed on the blanket, cozied up next to the fire in this open plains. You get the smell again.
I'm going to sneak off.
Okay. Make me a stealth roll then.
Is there something for us to contest it?
Scouting.
Yeah. It is a contested roll if you guys want to make it.
I mean,
So I rolled 8 dice and I got 2 successes.
Wow.
nice.
1 success on the scouting for Khalid, no successes on the scouting for Dreamin'. You get away.
Treeman's rubbing sticks together because he doesn't have flint and steel, and he's getting angry, making the fire.
I think I noticed something, but I believe it's a bird on a twig and don't even notice.
And it's also dark. So yeah, you get away and you find the fox. And it does the paws down, ready to play.
Yeah, I'll play with it a bit.
Okay.
Sun has gone off alone.
You play with the fox, and it's just like... It plays with you. This goes on for a little bit of time, and then it looks like it's ready to book it again.
I'll just
Like
let
panting.
it go.
All right, and it leaves. And you lose the scent.
As it leaves, Cahoon is going to sit himself on the ground, panting, frothing at the mouth. He's going to tip his head back and he's going to go,
Was that Cahoon?
And you wait a little bit, and you hear in the distance.
Was it a wolfkin?
Sounds like it.
Does that mean he's hurt? Should we go look for him?
And then I'll come
Didn't
back.
notice he was gone.
Oh, Cahoon, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're breathing awfully heavy. Were you in a fight, Cahoon?
Yes,
Are you
technically.
hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
You should see the other guy.
The other guy.
Well, okay. Good job winning, I think.
Thank you.
Are you winning, son?
Khalid, did you want to... What were you doing during this quarter day? Were you doing just hanging out? Or were you going to sleep? Or...
Was it nighttime yet?
It's evening, so that's when
So
it's
I want to actually stay up and like sleep so I can stay up at night and we have someone who's awake every night
All right, so...
whenever I can.
Yeah. I'm just going to hand wave. I don't remember all the sleeping rough.
It was technically speaking, she would have to roll to sleep because we're making camp right now.
Right.
And then the rest of us would not have to roll because camp would be made.
And if I fail, I just sleep later.
It's survival, then endurance, right? Survival and then endurance for cold.
I'll do it.
Go ahead and do a survival roll then.
if it's
That's
dark.
6
It is
dice
dark.
for me.
Okay.
Do you want to use my blanket?
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. I'm going to call that good enough. You were able to sleep. You stay up. Go ahead and make a scouting roll to keep watch while everyone's...
Call it paranoid, but I like the sound of somebody staying up whenever we can do it.
Yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere, too.
I did not get a single success and a bane. Am I allowed to push that or no?
No, not for this one.
Okay.
Because there's no immediate threat. So yeah, you stay up, but you don't see anything. Everyone else sleeps well. Let's go to the next day. It is now the 21st of Spring Wane. It is still day. What do you guys want to do? Where are you headed? Are you going to try to cross the lake, or are you going to try to ford the river?
The river would probably be a shorter distance, right?
How fast was the current?
It's fast, but there's some narrower parts. If you look for the right spot, you might be able to cross.
Then we should look for a spot to ford the
Yeah,
river.
let's do that.
All right, make me a survival check then. I'll count this as part of the Yeah, make me your pathfinding roll. So that's modified by +1.
Can we assist?
No, we're going to treat it just like a normal thing.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I could use my pathfinding, so thank you.
I think it makes more sense, yeah.
Okay, I got 1 success and I rolled like 6 or 7 dice.
Yeah, so that's
and 3
good.
banes, so there will be no pushing today.
All right, you're able to cross the river. And go ahead and make me your scouting rolls. Anyone else who's doing that.
Okay.
Yes.
No can do.
1 success on 3 dice.
All right,
No successes
so
on 4.
that is a successful scouting roll for Cahoon then. You move northwest across the river. You have 1 more hex you can go to this quarter day. I'm assuming you want to go north, but you
North
tell me.
or west, everyone?
North.
Okay.
Farther north.
So if you look at that if you look at that there, where you are, there's an interesting thing you're about to discover. And
Yeah, there's a
Cahoon,
house right above it.
you're scouting. Khalil's finding the path for all of you, and you come on top of a hill, and you look down, and you see this giant, it looked like it was part of a mountain or a very large rocky hill, like a mesa, and it's just been shorn out in one spot, and there's a village in front of it.
Was that a place that was mentioned to us by Olaf?
No.
No, that's the place on the map.
Yeah. There's
The
a
other
village,
house icon.
in front of it. I'm assuming you guys are going to approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
And as you approach, you see a sign outside, of course, that says, "Welcome to Sheercliff." Ooh. And we'll get to Sheercliff next time.
What a nice name.
That's a good name. I like
That's
that
a good name. Oh. Unlike Treatenbergville.
Treatenbergville is beautiful.
Disagree.
Sheercliff. That's a name.
Sheercliff is good, but there's no place like Treatenberg.
Scenic Treatenbergville.
Place like
Treatenbergville.
for your holiday.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work at youtube.com/Michael Ghelfi Music, and you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Our theme music for this season was composed by Alexander Nakarada. You can find more of his work at serpentsoundstudios.com and support him at patreon.com/A Nakarada. That's patreon.com/ANAKARADA. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.